inflation continues to slow. And yes, we did have some strange data in the first quarter with respect to GDP, but when you look at domestic demand, it was fine. And so we think that the second quarter will also show some weird data as we see some evening out between inventories and imports. But for the most part, the economy is doing fine right now.
So right now, are consumers still spending? And we get retail sales tomorrow, and I know there's a lot of distortions going on in that data. Are they still spending?
Well, certainly in April, they did spend, not as much as they did in the previous quarter. And we think that the spending will probably still be kind of modest. But it's also the case that maybe consumers are thinking, well, tariffs are kind of off the table right now, so maybe I'll continue to kind of stock up and spend. But I think consumers do definitely have the income. Their working wage growth is strong. Income growth, real income growth is very strong. So even if consumers start pulling back, they do have the capacity to spend.
Dana, as we wrap up our conversation, what's the thing that most likely could surprise investors in the market?
I think if there's additional worry from the Fed about a stagflationary scenario where inflation starts rising very rapidly, meanwhile, the economy is slowing because consumers are holding back, businesses are on hold, and even if you have some spending cuts from fiscal policy, that's going to be very awkward for the Fed. And I think that certainly they'll be looking at all of these indicators to see what's next for them.
All right.